You got a copy of the email to her, right, Dale?
Your email to her?
Should be.
Well, okay, we'll work that out.
Anyway,
but I'll have to generate another link, a new link for the rehearsal coming, the dress rehearsal next Friday. So I'll get that to you and Don, and you can relay that on to Senator Brown.
Right.
Okay.
Once you get the correct link for that, then just send it to me and Don. And
okay.
Unless Don, you want to send it, I'll just go ahead and send it. But
okay.
I mean, what you've got basically the football. I think is in you guys' court. I really don't have to be included, but I appreciate being included in the roundtable for this.
Well, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine, Don. But just out of a matter of courtesy, since you've taken the initiative, I wanted to let you get involved if you wanted to here.
Okay.
But anyway,
Just
send me the link and I'll get it to her.
All right. All right.
I'm kind of concerned that there are no women here.
Pardon me?
I'm a little concerned there are no women in this whole discussion. In fact, I would actually be willing to bow out and let somebody come in my place. Diane, Diane Jones, yeah, Diane Jones would be great, for this.
Well, we're not the way we're going to do this. Would you consider dressing up as a woman? Just.
No, I'm not going to do that.
No.
I will not do that.
Ken Kashuba does that from time to time, but I'm sorry, Ken. I wasn't supposed to say anything about that.
I'm going to hold my tongue there.
That'll be a
first. Into a whole different area.
That would be a first. Holding your tongue. My goodness.
No, it wouldn't be the first.
Yeah, I don't do that very well either, actually.
Okay. Well, listen. Our plan really was for the interview with Senator Brown. It would just be Paul Phillips would be doing the interview. We won't have a panel like this interviewing her. It'd just be Paul for that segment. Okay. So anyway, so John Ackerman is our master of ceremonies. He's not with us tonight, but he will, of course, after we, open up the round table, then John will come on and he'll do, we'll do the master of ceremonies. We'll introduce our guest as Senator Liz Brown. Now, I've got in the PowerPoint, I've got this. I've made this slide up for her. What do you think of this? Is this something that we want to use? Do you think?
You might want to zoom in on her district because it looks so small.
I know. Hold on here.
14 and 16.
Hold on here. And
you can't even see 15. Gosh.
I know. I thought what I would do. Can you see that?
That helps.
It helps, yeah. Right in there.
But I didn't realize how small it is. But
geographically, population-wise, it's roughly equivalent to any other district.
And you can see down in the Indianapolis area, there are some small ones down there too. But once again, it's population-wise. But I'll leave that circle on there if you think that's worthwhile. So I thought this would be something that John could start off with. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we could go back and John would go ahead and talk about the of course, that would be a segment. Well, I'm sorry, that I would do the PowerPoint after John talks about the segments. So he would be talking about the first segment where we have Senator Brown, then the education segment, then the I Want to Know segment, and then how to join Convention of States. Then we would come back, and then we would start segment 1, and then we would bring before we bring in Senator Brown, then I would put up this PowerPoint so that we could kind of introduce her, and then bring her on. And now, Paul, you've got some questions lined up already to ask her, right?
Right.
And we're going to ask if there are any viewers that want to ask questions, and that'll be up in the comments section, which I will have to monitor. And I may, if there is a question, then from a viewer, then I'm going to have to get this. I'll have to get that on the screen, and that will look. This is just a sample, but it'll look something like this if we have a viewer question. But I think Paul seems to feel pretty confident that the questions he has lined up for her will be enough to consume the time allowed. And we want to go, we're looking at 25 minutes, right? Rick, is that pretty much what
Our original time is 15, and we decided we'd give her more time. So I had it on the schedule as 20, but we can 20, 25, whatever you want. I mean,
okay.
we can say 20, and then Paul, if you can just let it flow as you think's best. And we're not real rigid on time, but we don't want her to go an hour probably, but 20,
okay.
25 minutes, whatever feels comfortable to you.
I think if she's doing good and feels comfortable and is talking easily and well, I think we go as long as she wants to go, Paul.
Okay. And I will get a sense of that next Friday,
right,
on the rehearsal with us. And that'll also be a chance to ask her if there are any questions she wants us to ask her, so she can, expound on something that's important to her.
Yeah, we want her to feel comfortable and like we're giving her the opportunity to speak herself. So,
right.
Would it be proper to ask her if there's anything she doesn't want to talk about?
Yes, I think that would show some respect to her and show that we want to be allies with her and not adversarial.
Okay. All right, good. Okay. Well, that's going to be pretty much segment 1. Now, in segment 2, which is the education segment, I've chosen to I'm going to start off just like I've done before and talk about the different resources that we have here in educational resources that we have in Indiana. I was going to focus on the wiki page as our featured resource this month, but Jerry Rowe couldn't make it. I was going to have Jerry Rowe come on and talk about the wiki page, but he can't make it. He's available for the September roundtable. So I'm going to talk. What I'm going to feature COS Indiana Live as the featured resource this month, and I'll talk about that.
Perfect.
Okay. So, and I got a couple slides here. I've got one of John's journal videos lined up to play. And I may, if I can pull it off in time here, I may get Debbie Stewart to come on and talk about the part that she does on COS Indiana Live. So that'll be it for segment 2. Okay. Then we get into segment 3, and we will, of course, we will be opening up for viewer comments or viewer questions. But in the event that we don't have any viewer questions, or we run out of viewer questions, John, where's the friggin' questions here? Oh yeah, here was these are our viewer questions in case there aren't any real viewer questions. And why call a convention of states? That's supposed to go to George. Who's behind this thing, convention of states? That goes to Ken. Are any political leaders or media celebrities supporting convention of states? That goes to Paul. Can we trust the Constitution? That goes to Gary. And I get, what is this runaway convention that I've heard of? That goes to me. Okay, that's the third segment.
Dale?
Yeah.
Can I change my question? Because it's a lot like Ken's. The who's behind this thing.
Where did this question come? Are any political leaders?
Yeah, the political leaders and.
Can we trust the Constitution? Okay, and this one was yours, Paul, right?
Yeah.
Are any political leaders? What do you want to change it to?
What happens if a bad amendment comes out of the convention?
Okay, how do you want it worded?
What
Just like you
happens if a bad amendment comes out of the convention?
Well, okay. I got that right. What happens if a bad amendment comes out of convention?
Yep.
But there's no way for that to happen, is there?
Oh, yes, there is. I've got an answer for it already. I'm not going to have you ask me a question if I don't have the answer.
Okay.
The answer is the same thing as if a bad amendment comes out of Congress. And we have an example of that. In 1861, Congress proposed an amendment to prohibit any laws prohibiting slavery. And it was going out to the states for ratification, and it only got 2 states. And it just sits there, and nothing happens.
Okay. All right.
And Congress has the potential to throw out bad amendments any day of the week.
So it never got ratified.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why didn't I so if it's not ratified, it sets there, so it could possibly get ratified in the future?
So the older amendments never had an expiration date. That's evidenced by the 27th Amendment, which was proposed in 1791. But modern practice is typically to have a section of the amendment say, if this amendment is not ratified within 7 years, it expires. And that's what happened with the Equal Rights Amendment, for example. It was not ratified within that 7 years, and now it's dead. So modern amendments typically have that language.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, Ken, do you want to, should we reword your question, or do you want to just stay with this?
Yeah. Who's behind this thing? Well, do you have a better suggestion for a thing?
Well, the question that Paul.
I'll help you, Ken. This is straight from the website. If you go to
I know. I've seen
COS Action. You can click on that, and it'll tell you.
Yeah, it's. I just wondered if the verbiage, if the question. I mean, I've seen that so many times on the website. You know, it's the American people. I thought you never ask.
That's a good answer.
Well, yeah. the question that Paul.
I mean, should we just be saying who's behind the convention, or is everybody okay with the thing? I guess it really doesn't matter to me. You know?
Well, do you want to use the question that Paul was going to take? Are any political leaders or media celebrities supporting COS? Do you want to do that, or
because two questions are too close? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, and having you do this, I think, gives you more material to answer. You can talk about, leadership, Mark Meckler, Michael Ferris, that kind of stuff. But then you can also talk about all of our endorsers. Rand Paul and
that's fine.
Senator Osborne and
question that way. Yeah.
So what do you want? You want the question Paul was going to take?
And that was the one concerning who, the
political leaders and
political leaders that are behind it. Yeah, I can do that.
Actually, I like some of the questions, but they don't really seem real prescient to what's going on right now. I mean, for example, I know that Senator Brown's a real pro-life person, and we just had a federal judge strike down Indiana's abortion laws. That just seems to me something that's obvious. We need to ask her, what is the way
be careful
forward?
with hot topics.
Hot topics.
Yeah, Don, what we're trying to do here is more educate about Convention of States than address hot topics or current issues like that. And of course, the convention can't address that easily. Like you said, the abortion issue or election issues, all of that kind of stuff will be fair game at the convention. But our goal here is more to educate somebody who's not heard of us yet,
right,
and get them comfortable with our movement.
Right. Well, I just wondered if she had any idea of what the way forward was with that one. Anyway.
Say again, Ken, Don.
I just said I just was curious, and maybe I shouldn't ask the question, but does she see a way forward? I mean, some of this judge seemed to strike down some pretty common sense restrictions that Indiana was recommending.
Well, if she wants to talk about that in her interview, that's fine.
I'm sure she would bring that up. But that's just pretty much standard procedure with abortion-related legislation, is that as soon as it's passed, it's stayed or enjoined, and then it's got to work its way through the court system. So whatever judge did that, that's not the end of it. That's just the normal process we go through for any abortion legislation.
That's true.
I think if she wants to bring up topics like that, that's fine, but we really can't lead her into that. Really, I don't believe.
And there may be a viewer question come in on that topic too,
Yeah.
and that'll be
That'd be appropriate to throw at her.
that'll be appropriate.
I'm sure she'd passionately speak about that.
Yeah. Well, and and I think that's what the dress rehearsal is about. Do you want to talk about that issue? If any questions would come in, is that something you want to talk about, Senator, or not?
Well, that's true. I mean, this judge seemed to be all over the page. She's upheld certain restrictions, and then she's like, for Indiana, she just seems to be knocking things down that just seem to be really kind of like common sense stuff. So, again, the overreach, I think term limits, it comes into play here. Are we serious about term limits? Personally, I think they should be across the board. Federal judges, whoever. Does she have a view on that?
Right. Well, I think
that's in one of the questions I'm asking her is Supreme Court. She sponsored a resolution for a constitutional amendment to set the Supreme Court at 9 justices this past session. So she's definitely thinking that way.
Paul, why don't you go through the questions you had drawn up? Just
sure. The first one was what's come out of the 2021 legislative session. The session just ended that she wants to highlight or she's proud of, something along those lines. And then I also asked her what are some of her legislative priorities for this upcoming session, 2022. And then I also asked her about the resolution for setting the Supreme Court at 9 justices and what other type of constitutional amendments would she want to see discussed at an amending convention. And there was one more, I think. Let me look it up here. Just found it today.
Those are great questions.
What tips would you give to our grassroots volunteers in order to be effective at meeting with and influencing legislators?
What was that last question?
What tips would you give some of our grassroots members on being effective with meeting with and influencing their state legislators?
That's an excellent question.
That's why I asked it.
That's why we asked you to ask it.
One of my favorites is Senator Travis Holdman did a video. He did a session at our leadership summit a couple of years ago on how best to interact with legislators. And his very first tip was don't be weird. So that tells you the kind of stuff they usually get if he thinks that's number one.
Yeah.
But yeah, for what it's worth, I like you be polite, be professional, and be persistent. Those three will get you a long way. And one thing I observe too often is people will show up with the fourth P, which is pissed off. And don't do that. You don't want to show up and start at pissed off with a legislator. Even if you are, don't show it. Just be polite, professional, and persistent, and you'll get a lot further.
Well, I've got a good rapport with the legislative assistant for Liz Brown, so
yeah, that's great.
So that may have done something. I don't know.
Yep, that's good.
She seemed really nice over the phone.
That's good. That's good. Okay. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Rick, I don't know if you saw my Slack message to you, but has Susan found maybe another video for us to use in the closing?
Yeah, she sent me several that she recommended, so I just need to go through them, and I'll pick one to recommend to you.
Oh, really? Good, good.
So we should be able to have a different one for the next several months.
Good. Good.
But I'll pick one or two, and then you can choose from there. So.
Yeah, please do. I stole the last one, and I used that on my Monday night
Yeah,
COS Indiana Live. So,
it's a great video.
and Ken, just so you know, I sent Garrett your two Maringo Mike videos,
You did. Okay.
the August promo and the standard roundtable promo. So,
Hey, Dale, did you see our roundtable was in the weekly roundup this week that Garrett sent out?
the roundtable was, or the
Yeah, the video of it. Or was it a promo video? It did mention the roundtable.
it did?
Oh, yeah. It was some of the highlighted news. Let's see. Yeah. Talks about have you heard about the COS Indiana Roundtable? Click here to watch. And it's got a prominent picture of John Ackerman.
Huh.
And it takes you right to COS Indiana Live. You get to watch the whole video.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So you got your wish. Nashville picked it up.
Well, this will be what I've submitted. I submitted these two for him to include on the reports from the field on COS Live, the Tuesday night broadcast. So we'll see. We'll see if
I saw you were on last Tuesday. Your interview at the Allen County Fair.
Yeah.
That was there.
Yeah, he edited that a bit, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Have any of you seen a couple things here? Have any of you seen Dan Stock's interview with Tucker Carlson anywhere else?
Anywhere else?
No, I didn't see that. I saw the video at the school board, but I didn't see that Tucker.
No, Fox News never put it out as, like a mini segment. And I've been searching daily and haven't found any recordings of that.
Did you see that, Ken?
Yeah,
What was the date? I record Tucker. I believe I record Tucker on my DVD.
Tuesday night.
Tuesday. What was the date? Just last Tuesday?
Yeah.
Last Tuesday?
Yeah. Remember we talked about it on the staff meeting?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And said, Dan was just on Tucker.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could. Is there any way to take your DVDs and convert them to? I've never tried that. I don't know if you can do that or not.
I don't think there's anywhere you can download them.
You can't download the things.
Not that I'm aware of.
Replaying on your TV and record it on your iPhone.
Yeah, have to do a screenshot with your phone.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I think Susan found it on YouTube, but she was saying that they'd already posted videos debunking it, saying it was fake news or whatever, that type of thing. So YouTube was already kind of trying to.
Oh, then YouTube's already banned it, huh?
Yeah, after it had 5 million views.
Last I heard from Susan was they hadn't banned it, but they were putting things on there to contradict it.
Well, a friend of mine forwarded that video to me at a school board meeting. Apparently it gone viral.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And I said, that's my doctor. Alrighty, way to go.
Well, I've already seen on YouTube where they called him a quack.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, the Indianapolis Star came back and hit him hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Star had a whole article on that, and of course, I think it got more reaction from people turning around and saying, "Well, we can't wait to see the Indianapolis Star go." So.
Exactly. I can't wait to. I don't even know why my wife gets this evening paper we get here.
I stopped that paper a long time ago.
It's awful.
Last night, yesterday was the 12th. Last night was the town hall down in Martinsville. Michael Ball put it on. and it was a COVID town hall, and Dan was the speaker there, and he sent me some pictures. I don't know how many he had there, but he had a huge turnout.
Yeah, I just talked to Mike about it earlier.
Did you?
He estimated about 125 people there. Now get this, another media outlet wants to interview Dan Stock. Paul, you should check with him on who it is, but he may get a headline opportunity to promote COS on a national interview about COVID.
Awesome.
Well, it's all these things are coming together, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
All these things are coming together right now. And anybody's estimate of the time horizon when we have a critical mass, when everything blows up? I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing sometime after October, November.
I'd say October. Yep.
I'm sorry?
I'd say October.
Red October. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think things will heat up towards the end of this month, and things will start dribbling out September, and by October you'll have people. I mean, at this point, the more that they come out and call people like Dan's quacks and try and debunk them, the more people flock to it. I mean, I think more people see what's behind it.
I think we need to be careful about gathering in large groups. However, witness January 6th. That would be one thing I would.
I don't think anyone has. I don't know if any of his critics yet have discovered this, that Dan was there on January 6th. But you can imagine what's going to happen once they discover that.
He got a concussion grenade wound while he was there. I witnessed that because I was there. I was one of those crazy guys there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Dale, if anybody discovers that Dan was there, it'll be your fault because it'll be from your COS Indiana Live interview with him.
Oh, that's right, Dale.
You'll find that on the internet.
Oh my goodness, that's right. Better scrub that, right? Oh.
Well, let me tell you, I've already had a conversation with Brenda on a Slack conversation with Brenda on
a new one.
Huh?
A newer one.
Yes, regarding his appearance on Tucker Carlson. and as you know, Dan on that interview had the big COS pin button on, and he was wearing that button down in Martinsville during that presentation, and he was wearing the button. Actually, he was wearing the button when he testified in front of the school board.
Yeah.
So once again, Brenda pointed out, not COS, not COS supported. But I did get her to agree that while it may not be a COS event, a COS topic, but he's sure displaying self-governance.
It's a personal choice, wasn't it?
And she agreed with that.
Good.
Yeah.
So we don't have a new form to get approval to wear your button in public?
I mean, how many times have you heard it said that if an individual goes to represent themselves as an individual at some event or on some issue or something, if there's perfectly okay if they're wearing a COS pin or a COS hat or whatever, that's fine, as long as they're not there representing COS.
Yeah. Well, if you're wearing a COS pin, it means you support COS. It doesn't mean COS supports you.
Right.
Well, I remember the one presentation Dan gave, and that was, I can't remember where that was. I think that was, you may know, Gary, where that other presentation he gave was, but they were very, at the very beginning, very upfront. They say, we don't support this, blah, blah, blah.
That was in Greenfield.
Was that in Greenfield?
Yeah.
Yes, I think you're right. I don't think COS didn't say, this is just Dan's, one man's opinion. And
Well, apparently, Don, a disclaimer like that's not good enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
If it's not a COS event, then we can't use any of the COS resources to promote the event.
okay.
Logo, email blast, materials, we can't use any kind of COS resources to promote the event if it's not a COS supported issue. It's crazy. It's crazy, but I guess there are legal implications on this, so that we have to be very, very careful. But anyway, the more attention Dan gets here, the more the more I'm waiting. I want to watch. I want to watch Battle Cry this Sunday, and I want to see if Mark Meckler has him on there.
Well, I tell you what, I'll get right next to him in a foxhole if I have to.
Oh yeah,
I'm so pissed off right now. I could spit bullets.
Should I get Dan on COS Indiana Live as a guest? Do you think?
I don't know.
Should I bring him back on?
I think so.
I mean, I think he's being rather measured, really. His personal conversations with me are much more to the point.
Yeah.
I think in these presentations he's been very reserved. In fact, I don't know. You don't have to know. You probably know people that have had the vaccination. What have you. I've had a number of family members that have, and I'm very concerned about their well-being. And what's going to happen this fall? We don't even know. We don't even know when this vaccine and the genetic changes which have been made to people's bodies is going to come up against the seasonal flu. That is the concern. And I've talked to Dan about this, and I've listened to other, eminently qualified people on the internet that aren't, before they were banned. And I'm not an expert, I'm a chemist. I understand chemistry, and so it all makes sense to me that you just don't go monkeying around with the complex human immune system by just tinkering like they did. And I mean, this one doctor, I think his name is the guy over in France, the Zelensky guy, I think it is. He's very concerned, and so we'll have to see what happens. I pray nothing serious happens to people that have had the vaccine. I really do. But it'll get a lot of people's attention if something serious does start happening.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's pretty much it for the roundtable tonight. Has anybody got anything else is there something about the roundtable that we missed talking about?
I don't think so, Dale. Just get me the link and I'll get it to Senator Brown.
Okay.
Well, I do have one question, Dale. Are we still on the entry-exit numbers time? In other words, George and I coming in at 7 after 17?
No. I think we're, we got 6 on here tonight. So you add Senator Brown, John, and George is not on here. 3 more. So that would put us at 9. So we'd be under the 10.
Okay.
And Rick, you don't really need to be on here unless you want to, right?
No, I'll just watch the YouTube and I'll just monitor YouTube and Facebook. And
yeah. And
I really don't have to be on,
Okay.
Really. I mean, because
well, the reason Ken's asking that is with this program we can only have 10 guests at one time. So in the past couple roundtables we had to juggle because we had more than 10 at one time. So but we're well within. We are well within the 10 now. So, and especially if Rick and Don don't have to be on. Now you'll be on the dress rehearsal next Friday. I want you on that, but
Right.
the actual broadcast on the 23rd, I won't have you on.
Well, it would be nice to personally thank her for coming on.
Yeah. So I'll have we'll have everybody on next Friday on the dress rehearsal.
Okay, so before we leave, I have some breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Rick may already be aware of this, but Susan Lyon has just texted me saying the link to Dr. Dan's COVID town hall on which I've been supplying on my Vimeo account has been deleted.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Vimeo is worse than YouTube, actually, I've heard.
Well, it took them a while, but
It's still on Rumble, I think.
Yeah, Rumble, I think, is where people are going to have to see it.
yeah.
Or BitChute, one of the two.
Now, Ken, which one is that? Was that the Greenfield?
Yeah, the Greenfield meeting.
I tell you what, Dan, he's going full steam ahead on this, and I applaud him. And that's what he feels like he needs to do as a doctor. Unfortunately, we didn't get to a lot of people in time.
Mm-hmm.
Holy smokes.
Yep.
Okay.
I got one other thing real quick for Ken. I think I've got a videographer for you.
Great.
My son Luke, I made a deal with him. I bought him a gimbal for his iPhone for doing video.
Yeah.
And I told him the condition was he had to come with me to COS events and he had to video them, mostly be probably kind of like B-roll-ish kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or
Excellent.
whatever you need. So if there's something you need videoed, let me know and we'll get him there. He's 16, but he runs, helps run video at our church and the services. So he's very experienced at all the video equipment and how to do things.
He's getting the AV knowledge, and if he's got a gimbal on his iPhone, he's serious. So that's good.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
What's a gimbal?
It's the thing that automatically levels as you move your camera around.
Keeps you from having shaky video.
Oh, really?
Is it an attachment or what?
It's a handheld attachment.
They get. I mean, for the iPhones, those that's great. I mean, for regular cameras and stuff, they can. I mean, gimbals can run a couple $1,000s.
This wasn't that much.
No, I know it's for an iPhone. I'm just saying. It's the gimbal for cameras. Yeah.
You're not talking about the long pole where you attach the camera.
No.
This is an actual. It's almost like a gyroscope. It detects movement. It keeps the camera still.
Oh.
There's all kinds of different types of gimbals out there. Yeah.
And he was working it out today. He's got a hoverboard. You know what that is?
Yeah.
So he was on that with the gimbal, going around, and it was doing some amazing stuff. So he might show up to events with his gimbal and his hoverboard. And
well, I want to let me know when he does that. I want to get a video of him taking video on a hoverboard. Yeah.
I'm going to try to bring him to the strategy meeting.
Ken, is this hoverboard? Is this a drone?
No,
it's the two-wheeled thing you stand on. It's electric, and it moves you around.
Yeah.
I think I've seen those. Yeah.
It's not for people over 20. It's not for people over 29, Gail.
No.
Ken's got a drone. Now you ought to hear him talk about the capabilities that this drone has.
Oh yeah.
You talk about technology.
It's amazing. Did you ever check out the racing drones, Dale?
No, I didn't.
Oh man,
Did you know that they have drone races?
Yes.
They do have those.
I did check it out. There's a place down the street for me that runs them. It's called Extreme Air. It's wild.
Now, Rick, maybe you could attach your guinea pig to a drone and see.
Well, I actually bought a drone, but I couldn't I'm not coordinated enough. I couldn't tell which was front and back, and mine ended up almost going through the window of the house and up on the roof and almost into the lake. So that was pretty much the end of my drone experience.
Well, you'll have to get a new one, Rick. I was telling Dale, the latest one I bought is a DJI. Of course, it's China, but they've got the best drones out there as far as safety is concerned. And the one I have has front, back, up and down avoidance system. So I've literally had my drone come at me, and I keep it pressed on, and it gets within about 6 feet and stops.
Really?
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, Rick, a friend of mine did a lot of drone flying, and he bought like a $25 one at Walmart that he practiced with in his house to get really comfortable with the controls, and then bought the big one, the good one, to take outside.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, the newest ones, the technology that's going into them, they actually have. I mean, they actually have patterns that the drone. All you have to do is pick out a pattern you want it to do, and it'll do all the photography and all the whole route for you. I mean, it's amazing what they're doing.
Wow.
Yeah, Paul, if this is Luke, right? Your
Right.
son, Luke. If he would, what Garrett is wanting is, I don't know if you saw that, but he wants videos of people at COS events that kind of like I did with the Allen County thing.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Luke Phillips. I'm with Convention of States, and we're here tonight to look at this and this and this and this, and do a short video like that. That would be great, and we could send that to Garrett and get on.
Yeah, I'll start shipping them out to events.
Yeah.
Like it would have been perfect to take them out to the Allen County Fair.
Yeah.
And shoot that a little bit.
Oh yeah, there. Hopefully, we'll have many other opportunities for things like that. But, and I would love to. I want to play more of those types of things on the COS Indiana live broadcast, as well as pictures, but also videos like that.
So if Dale's asking me for that, is there anything you'd recommend we add to Luke's iPhone setup for sound quality?
Yeah, if he can get a Bluetooth lapel mic or something that can broadcast. Okay. Yeah, Bluetooth. The audio is important.
Yeah, is there one you recommend?
I can send you a list of some. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make sure to get him that. So
yeah, and I'll send you where I can. I don't know where you'd get most of your stuff, but I can send you where
Amazon.
I send. Where?
I usually order off Amazon.
Oh, Amazon. Yeah,
big evil company.
You're up north there. Sweetwater is a great company to work with.
Ken, does this Blue Yeti? Do they make a lapel mic?
Blue Yeti. I think they probably do for a lapel mic. Yeah.
Because this is an excellent microphone. Yeah. I got this at Sweetwater too.
Yeah.
My oldest son is a sales engineer at Sweetwater.
Is he?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I'll talk to him and.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling. I mean, I bought a lot of stuff through them, and it's. I mean, you might not get that couple extra dollars that you might save at Amazon, but it's local business, and when I buy something from them, it's at my door the next day.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't mention Ken's name. You don't want to.
Yeah, right. That'll get you banned.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. And plan on next Friday evening, 7:00. We'll do a dress rehearsal. So.
Okay, sorry. I was just seeing how that sharing worked on the screen sharing. It works real well.
Okay. All right. All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night. See you next Friday.